Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Vallabha, Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Devi. Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitai Gaura Hare Bol. Gaura Premanandi. Jaya Om Vishnupadaya Paramahamsa Parivarakacharya Astotara Abhaya Charanaaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Founder-Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri 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 Gaurnitai ki jai. Shri 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 Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Bala Bhagavani ki jai. Narsingha Bhagavan. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we are going to start the most auspicious chapter, canto as well as a chapter. So we'll be reading from the 10th canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. First chapter, text number 1. Okay. So before we go into the chapter, Srila Prabhupada has nicely given the preview of this chapter. So we'll read what you call preface or introduction. And then we will go on to the first verse. All of you, please be attentive. The Advent of Lord Krishna, Introduction. The summary of the first chapter is as follows. This chapter describes how Kamsa, frightened by hearing an omen about his being killed by the eighth son of Devaki, killed Devaki's sons one after another. When Sukadeva Goswami finished describing the dynasty of Yadu as well as the dynasties of the moon god and sun god, Maharaja Parikshit requested him to describe Lord Krishna, who appeared with Baladeva in the Yadu dynasty, and how Krishna performed his activities within this world. Krishna is transcendental, the king said, and therefore, to understand his activities is the occupation of the liberated persons. Hearing of Krishna Leela is the boat by which to achieve the ultimate goal of life. Except for an animal killer or one who is following a policy of suicide, every intelligent person must strive to understand Krishna and his activities. Krishna was the only worshipable deity for the Pandavas. When Maharaja Parikshit was in the womb of his mother, Uttara, Krishna saved him from the attack of Brahmastra. Now, Maharaja Parikshit asked Sukadeva Goswami how this lordship Baladeva, the son of Rohini, could have appeared in the womb of Devaki. Why did Krishna transfer himself from Mathura to Vrindavana? King Parikshit asked, and how did he live there with his family members? What did Krishna do in Mathura and Vrindavana? Why did he kill his material uncle Kamsa? For how many years did Krishna reside in Dwaraka? And how many questions did he have? Maharaj Parikshit asked Sukadeva Goswami all these questions. He also requested Sukadeva Goswami to describe other activities of Krishna about which he could not inquire. When Sukadeva Goswami began to speak about Krishna consciousness, Maharaja Parikshit forgot the fatigue brought about by his fasting. Enthusiastic to describe Krishna, Sukadeva Goswami said, like the waters of Ganges, description of the activities of Krishna can purify the entire universe. The speaker, the inquirer, and the audience all become purified. Once, when the entire world was overburdened by the increasing military power of demons in the form of kings, Mother Earth assumed the shape of a cow and approached Lord Brahma for relief. Symptomatic to Mother Earth's lamentation, Brahma, accompanied by Lord Shiva and other demigods, took the cow-shaped Mother Earth to the shore of the milk ocean, where he offered prayers to please Lord Vishnu, who lay there on an island in transcendental ecstasy. Brahma thereafter understood the advice of Mahavishnu, who informed him that he would appear on the surface of the earth to mitigate the burden created by the demons. The demigod, along with their wives, should appear there as associates of Lord Krishna in the family of Yadu to increase the sons and grandsons in that dynasty. By the will of Lord Krishna, Anantadeva would appear first as Balarama, and Krishna's potency Yogamaya would also appear. Brahma informed Mother Earth about all this, and then he returned to his own abode. After marrying Devaki, Vasudeva was returning home with her on a chariot driven by Kamsa, her brother, when an ominous voice addressed Kamsa, warning him that Devaki's eighth son would kill him. Upon hearing this omen, Kamsa was immediately ready to kill Devaki, But Vasudeva diplomatically began to instruct him. Vasudeva stressed that it would not be good for Kamsa to kill his younger sister, especially at the time of her marriage. Anyone who possesses a material body must die, Vasudeva advised him. Every living entity lives in the body for some time and then transmigrates to another body. But one who is unfortunately misled into accepting the body as a soul. If a person under this mistake conception wants to kill another body, he is condemned as hellish. Because Kamsa was not satisfied by Vasudeva's instruction, Vasudeva devised a plan. He offered to bring Kamsa all the Devaki's children so that Kamsa could kill them. Why then should Kamsa kill Devaki now? Kamsa was satisfied by this proposal. In due course of time, when Devaki gave birth to the child, Vasudeva brought the new baby to Kamsa, who upon seeing Vasudeva's magnanimity was struck with wonder. When Vasudeva gave Kamsa the child, Kamsa, showing some intelligence, said that since he was to be killed by the eighth child, why should he kill the first? Although Vasudeva did not trust him, Kamsa requested Vasudeva to take the child back. Later, however, after Narada approached Kamsa and disclosed to him that the demigods were appearing in the Yadu and Vrishni dynasties and conspiring to kill him, Kamsa decided to kill all the children born in these families, and he also decided that any child born from the womb of Devaki must be killed. Thus, he arrested and imprisoned both Devaki and Vasudeva and killed 6 of their sons, one after another. Narada had also informed Kamsa that in his previous birth, Kamsa was Kalanemi, a demon killed by Vishnu. Consequently, Kamsa became a great enemy of all the descendants of the Yadu Vamsa, the Yadu dynasty. He even arrested and imprisoned his own father, Ugrasena, for Kamsa wanted to enjoy the kingdom alone. Krishna has threefold pastimes, the Vraja Leela, Mathura Leela, and Dwaraka Leela. As already mentioned in the 10th canto of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there are 90 chapters in this canto. There are 90 chapters which describe all these Leelas. The first 4 chapters describe Brahma's prayers for the relief of the earth's burden, and they also describe the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. First 4 chapters. Chapter 5 through 39 recount Krishna's pastime in Vrindavana. So 5 till 39 talks about the Lord's pastime in Vrindavana. 40th chapter describes how Krishna enjoyed in the waters of Yamuna and how Akrura offered prayers. Then chapter 41 through 51. 11 chapters tell of Krishna's pastimes in Madura. And chapters 52 through 90, 39 chapters relate Krishna's pastimes in Dwaraka. Chapters 29 through 33 describe Krishna's dancing with the gopis known as Rasa Leela. Therefore, these 5 chapters are known as Rasa Panchadhyaya. The 47th chapter of the 10th canto is a description known as Brahmara Gita. Okay, we will start the first verse, text number 1. Shri Raja Uvacha Katito Vamsa Vistaro Katito Vamsa Vistaro Bhavata Soma Suryayo Bhavata Soma Suryayo Rajnam Chobaya Vamshanam Rajnam Shobaya Vamshanam Charitam Paramadbhutam. Charitam Paramadbhutam. Sri Raja Uvacha. Katito Vamsa Vistaro. Katito Vamsa Vistaro. Bhavata Soma Suryayo. Bhavata Soma Suryayo. Rajnam Chobaya Vamshyanam. Rajnam Shobaya Vamshanam. Charitam Paramadbhutam. Charitam Paramadbhutam. Parito Vamsa Vistaro. Charita Vamsa Vistaro. Charito Vamsa Vistaro. Shri Raja Uvacha. Charita Vamsha Vishkaro. Bhavata Surya Bhuryayo. Rajnam Chobaya Vamshanam. Charita Paramadbhutam. Shri Raja Uvacha. Katito Vamsa Vistaro. Charitam Paramadbhutam. Shri Kavito Vamsa Vistaro. Bhavata Soma Suryayo. Rajnam Chobaya Vamshanam. Charitam Paramadbhutam. Kavito Vamsa Vistaro. Bhavata Soma Suryayo. Charitam Paramadbhutam. Charita Vamsa Vistaro. Okay, we'll go for word to word meaning. Sri Raja Uvacha. King Parikshit said, Kataya has already been described. Vamsa Vistara, a broad description of the dynasties. Bhavata, by your leadership. Soma Suryayo, of the moon god and the sun god. Rajnam, of the kings. Cha, and Ubaya, both. Vamsanam, of the members of the dynasties. Charitam, the character. Parama, exalted. Arpudam, and wonderful. So we'll see the translation and purport. Is it by Srila Prabhupada or? corrected. Yes. 11th and 12th canto is by Hridayananda Maharaj. 14th chapter notes. Thanks, Prabhu. That's why we want Brahmanas to enlighten us. Yeah. So translation purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. King Parishit said, "My dear Lord, you have elaborately described the dynasties of both the moon god and the sun god with the exalted and wonderful character of their kings." Okay, we'll repeat the translation. King Parishit said, "My dear Lord, you have elaborately described the dynasties of both the moon god and the sun god with the exalted and wonderful character of their kings." Okay, there's a purport. We'll again be attentive, listening to that, and then we'll start the lecture. At the end of the 9th canto, which we finished a few days back, 24th chapter, Sukadeva Goswami summarized the activities of Krishna. He spoke of how Krishna had personally appeared to reduce the burden on the earth, how he had manifested his pastime as a householder, and how soon after his birth he had transferred himself to the Brajabhumi Leela. Parishit Maharaj, being naturally a devotee of Krishna, wanted to hear more about Krishna. Therefore, to encourage Sukadeva Goswami to continue speaking about Krishna and give further details, he thanked Sukadeva Goswami for having described the activities of Krishna in brief. Sukadeva Goswami had said, "Jato gati priti grahad prajam editarto hatva ripun sutta satani kritorudara utpadya desu purusha kratubir samije atmanam atma nigamam pradayan janeshu." The Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, known as Leela Purushottama, appeared as the son of Vasudeva, but immediately left his father's home and went to Vrindavana to expand his loving relationship with his confidential devotees. In Vrindavana, the Lord killed many demons, and afterwards he returned to Dwaraka, where, according to Vedic principles, he married many wives who were the best of women, begot them through hundreds of sons, and performed sacrifices for his own worship to establish the principles of householder life. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 9.24.66, which we have read a few days back. The Yadu dynasty belonged to the family descending from Soma, the moon god. Although the planetary systems are so arranged that the sun comes first before the moon, Parishit Maharaj gave more respect to the dynasty of the moon god, the Soma Vamsa, because in the Yadu dynasty, descending from the moon, Krishna had appeared. There are two different Kshatriya families of the royal order, one descending from the king of the moon planet and the other descending from the king of the sun. Whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears, he generally appears in the Kshatriya family because he comes to establish religious principles and the life of righteousness. According to the Vedic system, the Kshatriya family is a protector of the human race. When the personality of Godhead appeared as Lord Ramachandra, he appeared in the Surya Vamsa, the family descending from the sun god, and when he appeared as Lord Krishna, he did so in the Yadu dynasty or Yadu Vamsa, whose descent was from the moon god. In the 9th canto, 24th chapter of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there is a long list of the kings of the Yadu Vamsa. All the kings in both the Soma Vamsa and Surya Vamsa were great and powerful. And Maharaj Parishit praised them very highly. Rajanam Chobaya Vamshanam Charitam Adbhudam. Nonetheless, he wanted to hear more about the Soma Vamsa because that was the dynasty in which Krishna had appeared. The supreme abode of the personality of Godhead is described in Brahma Samhita as the abode of Chintamani. Chintamani prakarata sadma sukalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabira bipalayantam. The Vrindavan Dham on this earth is a replica of that same abode. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 8.20, in the spiritual sky, there is another eternal nature transcendental to manifest and unmanifest matter. The manifested world can be seen in the form of many stars and planets, which as the sun and moon. But beyond this is the unmanifested, which is imperceptible to those who are embodied. And beyond this unmanifested nature is a spiritual kingdom, which is described in Bhagavad Gita as supreme and eternal. That kingdom is never annihilated. Although material nature is subject to repeated creation and annihilation, that spiritual nature remains as it is eternally. In the 10th canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, that spiritual nature, the supreme word, is described as Vrindavana, Goloka Vrindavana or Brajadama. The elaborate description of the above mentioned sloka from the 9th canto, Jato Gati Pritir Grahat, will be found here in the 10th canto. Om Agyana Timarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Sri Chaitanya Manopistam Sapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Tadatisva Padantikam Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So all are happy and excited to start the 10th canto, isn't it? Which is a smiling face of Krishna. So Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is called Bhagavata Purana, and it is not different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is not different. It is a book incarnation of the Lord. This is the book incarnation of the Lord, narrating various pastimes of Krishna's incarnation with his dear devotees. This book is complete, and it is an authoritative exposition of the Vedic literature. Now, Srila Vyasadeva compiled Śrīmad Bhāgavatam after Krishna left this planet some 5,000 years ago. Okay. Now, so far, up until yesterday, we finished 9 cantos. So, let us see what the different cantos of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam represent. The first canto and the second canto represents Krishna's lotus feet. Very good. Yeah. Then the third canto and the fourth canto represents Krishna's thighs. The fifth canto represents Krishna's navel. The sixth canto represents Krishna's chest. 7th and the 8th canto represents Krishna's shoulder and the arms. The 9th chapter represents, we just finished neck. Now, we are coming to the 10th canto, which represents Krishna's smiling lotus face. Always smiles. Is Radha Vallabha smiling? Yes. So, Krishna always smiling. That is what we also should be. Yeah? Not what? Smiling face. And then, the 11th canto represents Krishna's forehead. And the 12th canto represents Krishna's head. Now, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, which consists of 12 cantos, yeah, has got in total 335 chapters. 335 chapters. Now, first canto till the 9th canto, if you add all the chapters, it comes to 201. Okay? So far, what's been happening in the conversation between Sukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parishit, 201, please don't look into your calculator or open your phone. 201 divided by 335 is equal to approximately what's the percentage? I've calculated before. It's 60%. Yeah? Which means 60% of the Bhagavatam has already been spoken by Sukadeva Goswami. Which means 60% of 7 days. How much is that, Prabhu? That you can say. Almost 4 1/4. That means this canto has been started on the midday, on the 4th day, midday. Almost. So it's going on. Mind you, this conversation has been going on all day and night. Not like us. As soon as 9 o'clock is there, people run for their breakfast. Prashadam, kichadi. But this was not happening like that. Because as Srila Prabhupada also said in the purport, no fatigue, no hunger. So much engrossed. Of course, it's a very high realization. Yeah? But it's a very high realization. They forgot food, hunger. Isn't it? Very difficult. The moment 9 o'clock starts, we'll be thinking, pressure. So, this is midday. Around midday, this conversation was happening. Now, as Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, there is Surya Vamsa and Soma Vamsa. 2 Vamsas are the dynasties. This is royal dynasties which has been coming. Okay. Now, although sun comes before moon, isn't it? Sunday and then only Monday. Isn't it? Sunday means today is representing sun and tomorrow is moon. But Maharaj Parishit was so anxious to know about Krishna for us. He knows about Krishna. And therefore, he doesn't want to waste any time. Come on, 4 days is over. 3 more days left. Almost 4.5 days is over. 3 more days are left because Maharaj Parishit at this instance has been cursed to die in 7 days by a son of a great Rishi, Saumika Rishi's son, Shringi Brahmana, but he was a Brahma Bandhu. What is Brahma Bandhu? A relative of a Brahmana posting themselves as Brahmana, but they are not qualified, unqualified Brahmanas. It's described. So, he was cursed to die in 7 days. So, Maharaj Parishit is very anxious. Going a little bit deeper, the birth of Parishit Maharaj itself is very special and extraordinary. Why? Because when Maharaj Parishit was in the womb of his mother Uttara, again another Brahma Bandhu, who is Ashwattama, is again born in a Brahmin family, but he was not qualified to become a Brahmin. And therefore, what did he do? He targeted that child even before coming out. In the womb, he targeted the child with a Brahmastra. Can you imagine? Killing a small child through a very powerful weapon. So what did Krishna do? Krishna went and protected the child in the womb itself before Parishit Maharaj can come out. And therefore, Parishit Maharaj has already seen Krishna. How powerful he is. So Krishna protected him when he was in the womb of his mother. But when Parikshit Maharaj grew up, became an emperor of the world, he was only young. He is not very old. Probably very young, 30 or something, 30s. He conquered the world. He is an emperor. Imagine, so powerful. But at that time, once when Parikshit Maharaj was going on a hunting, it's a normal activity of a Kshatriya. When he went for hunting, obviously, he became fatigued and he was feeling hungry. Yeah? Or perhaps due to hunger, he was fatigued. So what he did, he was looking for some water and then he ended up entering into the hermitage of Saumika Rishi. There, the Saumika Rishi is also very powerful Rishi. And then he was in trance meditating, which means, when we say we are in trance meditation, means they forget the external world. They don't know who's coming, what is happening, because they're fixed internally. It's a very high state of mind, meditation. Yeah? They don't know what is happening outside. In my case, I know only what is happening outside. Yeah? So when Saumika Rishi was fixed like that, at that point, Maharaj Parikshit entered and he saw the king in great meditation and trance, and he was asking for some water. But obviously, the king, the rishi was not in a state of mind to entertain him. So he was in trance, and Maharaj Parikshit was a little bit disturbed in mind. And therefore, what he did, all of you know, right? What did he do? As a garland. You deserve that. Something like that. When we are that is why when we are angry, we do not know what we are doing. Yes? So in a fit of the anger, because he was fatigued and hungry, and you did not give me water, what he did, there was a dead snake. He put it as a garland. This is what you deserve it. See? Then what happened? Immediately his son, who is a Brahma Bandhu, is again a son of a great rishi, but he was not behaving. Because Maharaj Parikshit is very elevated devotee of Krishna. He did not even realize. But although Saumika Rishi understood that my son should not have done it, but yet he could not do it. Immediately he cursed, he has garlanded my father with a dead snake, and therefore I curse him to die in 7 days. The snake bird, Daksha, will come and kill him. This is a curse. And Maharaj Parikshit knew that. Such an awkward situation for him. But he knew, yes, first time the Lord protected me. This time, the Lord did not protect me. So the Krishna may or may not protect me. So therefore, that awkward situation, he took it as a blessing in disguise, and he said, this is the will of all of my Lord. And therefore, perhaps the Lord wants the Lord wants Śrīmad Bhāgavatam to be delivered to all the individuals, and let me act as an instrument in the Lord's hand. And he became an instrument. And then this whole conversation was happening between Sukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit. Now, one is a qualified hearer, listener, and the other one is a qualified speaker. Because Sukadeva Goswami is not an ordinary person. He is a son of Vyasadeva. So both are qualified. So one is narrating Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, other one is listening. And also, this Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is a multi-dimensional book, you can say, in one sense, because the conversation is happening as multi-level. The conversation is happening between Sukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit at one level, and then the sages of Naimisharanya with Suta Goswami, is happening at another stage. And then the conversation between Maitreya and Vidura is happening at somewhere in Haridwar. So it's happening all over the place, and it's like a nested loop. This conversation is going on. Highly narrative book. Okay, now when we talk about how Parikshit Maharaj was saved in the first instance, yeah, and not in the second instance. Similarly, for us also, Krishna may sometimes protect. It's not a guarantee that if you come to Krishna conscious, the Lord will protect. Yeah? There's no, Krishna did not promise or anything. But out of his sweet will, the Lord can protect or may not protect. So sometimes the Lord can protect us. Sometimes the Lord may not even protect us. So we should be prepared for all this. Yeah? That is Krishna as we grow up, But generally the Lord protects us, but it's the Lord's, we cannot demand Bhagavan because he's independent to do anything. He can do anything he wants. Because only the Lord's plan will succeed. Yeah? Our plan, will it succeed? May or may not sometimes. But mostly it will not succeed. Only the Lord's plan will succeed. So, whatever plan we do, probably it will not succeed. Nor are we willing to listen to any advice also. Both we are not doing. Once our plan is not succeeding. Second, we are not even willing to listen to any advice because in Kali Yuga. Now, in these two aspects, I just wanted to elaborate just a bit of some points, Now, with regard to advice, how most of the time, I can say when before now also, I'm not a person to listen to all the advices, So, I happened to meet. See, I was in India for a few months. Yeah? And therefore, you would not have seen me giving classes. It was all filled with nectarian classes by Bhakti Sar Prabhu. I used to listen from there. What classes it was. Amazing classes by this devotee. Very nice classes. So once, of course, when I was in India, I happened to meet a psychiatrist. Yeah? I happened to meet, and he has got a clinic in Chennai. Anyone from Chennai? You know Chennai? Okay. Now there is a place, Tiruvanmayur, It's a very posh area, and he's having a clinic in that area. His name is Suresh. He's a Tamilian, of course. Very educated, very elderly person. He has got 40 years of expertise. Imagine. He's a psychiatrist doctor with so many things at the back. 40 years. I happened to meet him. Now, I always got this burning question. Then I thought, okay, let me ask him. He's qualified to answer my question because he's elderly and all that. Let me ask. So my question is, I asked him, Doctor, why do people don't listen to sometimes advices? My own practical experience, but I put it in a question. Why do people don't listen to advices? Normally good advice. No one will give bad advice, okay? Generally good. Why? In that sense, why people are not listening to advices? He looked at me. He thought for a while. He said, you see, people listen to advice only when they do not have information in that area or much knowledge. For example, he said, say you go to a doctor and the doctor says, I've examined you and you've got an ulcer and therefore you should not eat spices or chili flakes, whatever may be. It's not good for you. Then people will listen because they do not know about the functions of the stomach. So the doctor has got knowledge, he's saying. Similarly, if I go to a car mechanic, see, your engine is gone. You should not use, you should use only unleaded 98. Don't use unleaded 95. If he says, yes sir, I listen very attentively. Why? Because if I stuff it up, my car will be gone. Okay, I listen. Why do I do not have a knowledge? Then doctor said, persons who have got knowledge, in that some knowledge, they will not listen. So this is the criteria, he said. I said, it may look simple, but it's a fact. Because I see, in the case within my family, when I give advice to my wife and my son, they don't listen. Because they already know the environment. They know what kind of person I am. What is a house functioning? So therefore, when I say, they know because anyway things will happen. So why to listen to this man? So this is why advice We listen only when we do not get knowledge in the material area. But in spiritually what happens, whether you have knowledge or no knowledge, you must listen to the advice of the Vaishnavas. Very, very important. Yeah? Then, with regard to the planning also, I've got a small story. Because what happens is, see, typically, my way of putting things is that Bhagavatam itself is very heavy. On top of that, if I give you 80 more kgs, we will all will be, So I make it a little bit lighter. Okay? And stories are the way by which we remember and this goes inside. Yeah? Correct, right? Okay. Now, regarding planning, also there is a nice story. Once, a man, a thief, he wants to loot and make a lot of money. So he was targeting what is the best place I can take money. Anyone know this story? Mataji? You all? So he was targeting, where can I go and loot money? Okay, then he thought, oh, this hotel. Very good. Stana kitchen. Okay, yeah, nice money is there. Okay, so what I'll do on a Saturday evening, when all of them come, I'll attack and I'll get the money. So he got a he got a gun. I'm a little bit happy if no one knows, because if someone knows, then the thrill is gone, the climax, But most of the stories, most of the people know. So this guy, he got a gun. Yeah? Then he prepared for the day. Saturday evening, come on. I'm going to take a lot of money, because all will be coming, the money, paycheck, whatever money, dollars and all that. So he went and he saw which was a table which was fully occupied, so that to threaten the people. So one table, there were about 10 people surrounded having a lot of fun. Then slowly he went to the table and he took the gun and put it on one of the guy. He said, come on, surrender. I will shoot you. Give all your money and all that. Now when he put that guy looked at him face to face. He was not scared. Then immediately the 9 persons, the other 9 persons, took their gun and put him on this fellow. This fellow, already he was not expecting this. 9 guns towards his face. He dropped his gun. Yeah? Now, on further revealing, it is said that 10 people are cops. They had come for a party. Unfortunately, his plan did not work. Because, can it work with a cop? So all the 10 cops, and he was arrested and his plan was gone. So therefore, in our life also, our planning will not succeed. But one thing I can guarantee, all Krishna's plans are succeeding, correct? Is any Krishna's one plan did not succeed? So, my plan, if I plan, it's not succeeding, or may succeed. But all Krishna's plans are succeeding. So what will an intelligent person do? Will I trust my wonderful mind? Or will I trust the Supreme Authority's intelligence? Which one will I trust? Always problem only our mind. When will my mind, if I analyze all the previous, not a single time my mind has put me into a, nice peaceful situation. All the time, I listen to my mind, end up in a problem. So therefore, the intelligence of Krishna is coming through Bhagavad Gita, through Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So we will follow, and definitely our plan will be successful, right? Isn't it? It will be successful. Now, okay, then did I tell you about the planning and the advice? That was okay. Now, this month is very special. Why? Because there are 2 things in this month. What are the two things? Book distribution marathon. And then? That is later, Prabhu. But the whole month. Yeah, that is also, of course. I'm not undermining that, yes. But more important is Krishna. That is one Mataji. Yes. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Intelligence, knowledge. And therefore, book distribution is very important. Yes? We all should participate in the book to some degree, Now, for that also, I got a story. Why we should participate in book distribution. Yeah? Okay. Are you listening? Are you ready for one more story? Is she listening? She is in a row. Okay, that's fine. Now, this is about a starfish story. Mataji, you know? Starfish, no. You know, there's a starfish, it will be like a star. You know, Prabhu? No. Now, what's happened? What's happening in the story is, this scenario, we'll focus our camera to the beach, because it's summer, right? A man was walking on the beach. And then he saw another man also on the beach, but he was doing something different. Then so we call it as two men, right? One is a walking man. So this walking man came closer to this man and he said, "Sir, what are you doing?" Then the other person said, "Yes, can you see me, what I'm doing?" What I'm doing is, I could see that lot of the starfish has been thrown out of water because of the waves. And they're lying on the beach, on the sands of the beach, very hot, and they're going to die. Moreover, this starfish, if you don't, any of us, if you don't supply oxygen, they will die very soon. So immediately when they're out, some fish you can see, they will tremble and all that. After some time only die. The starfish, very soon they'll die. Lack of oxygen. That is the problem. Because material world, everyone should have problem. Yeah, everyone must have problems. If you don't have problem, then you're in the wrong place. So this man said, the walking man asked, "What are you doing?" This man said, "Can you see? All the starfish are on the banks of this beach. So I'm taking and putting them back into the sea because they will die if I don't put them out because of lack of oxygen." So we call them as a walking man and a throwing man because he's throwing the fish into the water for easy, understanding. Then this man said, "You're taking the fish and putting back into the water. What difference does it make? Because there are so many fishes lying there, and there are so many beaches, so many starfish are there, and so many times the waves will come and they'll throw away all the starfish. What's the big deal? You're just putting." And he said, "Listen, I'm putting only one at a time." He's not grabbing, like that. Then sometimes we grab like prasadam. So one thing at a time, very delicate fish, like one at a time and he's putting. So what difference does it make? Isn't it? So many beaches are there. So many starfish are there. Every time the ocean means, sea means, there will be waves. And fishes will be thrown out. What's the big deal, man? What are you doing? You're just putting one and putting back into the water. Is it a big deal? He asked. Then, this throwing man looked at him with a smile and he said, "See, he took one starfish and put it back into the sea. Yes," with a smile he said, "It makes a difference. I made a difference to this fish." And then he said, "If you can help me out to put whatever fish back into the water, back into the sea, it makes a difference. It makes a lot of difference. Okay? Individually, he can put one. But if many people come and put, it will be successful. But even if one fish is put into the sea, it makes a difference, isn't it? See, individually I can sell. I can be the biggest book distributor. My name will come on the next day's scoreboard. But collectively, if you do, help them, then it makes a difference. Well, I may think, oh, I'm going to sell only one Bhagavad Gita. What difference it makes? But that one devotee, there's a potential for a person to become a devotee, and he can change the whole world. Yeah? After all, Srila Prabhupada, we cannot equate him. But, it's the teaching of one person. So, whoever is potent and pure, definitely they can change the scenario, isn't it? So, it makes a difference if each one of us try from our own end, one starfish, one small book, it makes a difference. Yeah? Okay. So, yes. So, I think I'll stop here because it's a preliminary thing. And as we go on, we can see that Parishik Maharaj is asking more questions about the moon dynasty and tell me all the activities of Krishna. I am not fatigued. All the activities from the start till the end, he's asking. I want to know in detail. He's saying, I want to know in detail from the start till the end. So don't leave anything. Tell everything about Krishna. So anxious. Okay. So as we see the future speakers, will continue this Bhagavatam. And thank you very much. Hare Krishna. You got any comments, questions? Then we'll see. Prabhu, can you please give the mic? Because what I've seen is, when I'm listening to Śrīmad Bhāgavatam class, sometimes, the mic is not handed over to the inquirer or the questioner. And therefore, we do not know what the question they're asking. All we get to hear is the answer. So probably I thought if the mic is not there, I'm going to repeat. This is what I find it difficult. Of course, I get the answer. I have to, speculate what the question could be. But it will be better, no? Because every question makes a difference to me. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the nice
Hare
class, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
In the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that hearing of Krishna is Leela is the boat by which to achieve the ultimate goal of life. So that resonates me, Prabhu. We have everything in ISKCON, all the information, all the pastimes of Krishna and everything. We need to utilize it. I feel myself, I'm not utilizing enough to do reading of or studying Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and everything. How to start reading and inspire.
Prabhu already answered your own question. Prabhu has already answered. Because you said you're already in the boat. We should be in the boat. We should not go out of the boat. Because this Krishna consciousness, if you are a devotee, you're already in the boat. So, say for example, you're going in a sea. Or an ocean, not sea, or a river or something. You're already in the boat. But if you feel that I'm safer by jumping into the sea, will you be safer? Shark, everything will bite. So therefore, our boat of Krishna consciousness is already there. We are in the boat. So what we should do is, we should continue, Prabhu. Continue this process in the association of devotees. Then that is a safety for us. There is no other safety other than ISKCON in Kali Yuga, which I have experimented after going there also. Wherever you go, they are all good. I've been to, in my place where I was staying, in Kottuppuram in Chennai. I was there for a substantial time. In that place, there is just 5 minutes walk is Vishnu temple. Prasanna Venkateshwara Swami. Vishnu, which is 150 years old. For that area, it is old, 150 years old. So I used to go every day morning because I can't go to ISKCON. It's quite, ISKCON is almost 15 kilometers. It may look in Chennai, traveling 15 kilometers will be 45 minutes. But of course, at least twice or something I used to go. But every day morning I'll go, do some few rounds and come, Venkateshwara Prasanna Swami. Very good. The Sudarshan Chakra is there and all that. But I also seen that purity is they're okay, but they're not chanting. The chant for me, purification comes by chanting. I'm not just by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Is a purifying factor, Krishna. Purification, full transcendental purifying person. Anything you do by chanting his name, by taking his prasadam, but seeing the transcendental form of the Lord, by associating with the devotees who are Krishna's devotees, transcendental, you become pure. You need not have to do anything, Prabhu. Just follow the process. Be in the boat of Krishna consciousness. It will succeed. Then it's up to the Lord. Because we are going to his abode. Lord is not coming here. So we have to, it's up to the Lord.
Thank you, Prabhu. The other thing is like you mentioned, Krishna may or may not protect, but you also mentioned many times there's we need to take Krishna is our in Sharanagati as well. Krishna is our maintainer. Okay.
Maybe I need a little bit deeper explanation on that. Yes, good. Yeah. Now, I said in a different. What it means, may or may not protect is Krishna wants to teach lessons to his devotees through his very advanced level, which means that it doesn't mean, Krishna's dealing with his devotees will be at a very high level with his elevated devotees to teach them. This, an explanation or an example can be given as if a mother-in-law wants to teach her daughter-in-law, our way of approach is different. What she does is, she teaches her daughter by saying, Chapati, this is not the way to do. You have to do like this, you have to roll like that. Because she cannot teach, a mother-in-law cannot teach the daughter-in-law directly. She may not like it. She calls a daughter and says, this is the way you roll. Mataji, you're very keen because Mataji also come now. I attended Mataji's marriage. Mataji's and Ashwin marriage in Bangalore. Uddhava Bandhu Prabhu was requested, so I got an opportunity to go. I saw a lot of devotees. Wow, what a marriage it was. 3 days full prasadam. And so, of course, I could only relish that. And they were all in ecstasy, everywhere chanting Kirtan. Mataji is from Bangalore temple. He's from Melbourne temple. So, so it's all families Krishna conscious, Mataji. So it was very nice. I remembered that. So Mataji is also a new daughter-in-law. So she's listening attentively. So a mother-in-law, but in Ashwin's case, he doesn't have a sister. But typically what happens is, a mother-in-law teaches the daughter-in-law through her daughter by saying, this is the way you do, because she cannot address. In the same way, Krishna will not put his hand directly on a neophyte like this. Yeah, I'm talking about higher dimension. So therefore, he uses a pure devotee. For example, our Guru Maharaj. You know what? Our Guru Maharaj had what can I say? I got so lucky to see Guru Maharaj for 1 month. He was in Chennai. Actually, I am supposed to go and see my Guru. But my Guru Maharaj had come to Chennai for a consultation, for his checkup, Whoa. Every Saturday, Sunday was giving class and I was, as usual, little bit, I was getting not his Vani, but his Vapu, closer to him, Vapu. But so much nectar, Guru Maharaj. 1 month he stayed in, Chennai. So happy. So, sorry, line of thought was disturbed. What is that Prabhupada was saying? So therefore, Krishna will be very, very, what you call, if he wants to show something, Krishna will handle his pure devotees, like our Guru Maharaj. He's saying something, Krishna is saying something to all of us through our Guru Maharaj, like that. Krishna will not take a neophyte devotee, I'm going to teach you. No. He knows what our desires, interests are. So, in that aspect I mentioned, okay? So, most of the pure devotees, they just listen to the will of the Lord. They don't have a separate plan. If Krishna, see Parishit Maharaj, he wanted Krishna to save him, but Krishna said, no, I want Śrīmad Bhāgavatam to be spoken. I will not save you this time. He said, okay, Lord, will of the Lord. He was ready to die. Can we do like that? We will protest with Krishna. What do you mean? I've been chanting Hare Krishna for so many years. Is this the way to do? You're not protecting me. But Krishna says, hey, you're a body. I said in the second chapter. No, whatever may be. I have got a family. We'll fight with Krishna. Then Krishna will think, okay, better I'll deal with my pure devotees. So therefore, the pure devotees, they will not talk. We will argue with Krishna. Correct? Because we are in that neophyte stage. And therefore Krishna says, okay, I will deal only with my pure devotees. Through them I'll set example. Please follow that and become pure devotees and come to my abode.
Raji, Hare Krishna. Wonderful class, and the way you presented, so nice. The question is, you were discussing about the planning, so our plan and Krishna's plan. So the question is, how do we know what is Krishna's plan and how we can execute?
No one will know Krishna's plan. Even the Lord, sometimes he doesn't know his plan. Yeah? Because in the Aghasura pastime, Krishna did not want his friends to go into that demon's mouth. But all were going. Then Krishna changed his plan. I will also go with my friends. Because one of the guys said, between the conversation in the Aghasura, pastime, where the Aghasura demon, brother of Putana, was standing in the big, and all that. Then one of the friends of Krishna says, hey, looks like it's a very dangerous place. Then the other friend is saying, don't worry, Krishna will save us. What's your problem? Come. Then Krishna was confused. This guy is saying like this, okay, I'll go with them, go with the flow. Krishna has changed his plan, Prabhu. Just because of his devotees. So therefore, is so much attached to devotees. He will change the plan, he can do anything. But no one can understand, including Brahma and Lord Shiva. The pure devotees also. See, our policy, our way of thinking is, we always want to follow the instruction, will of the Lord, plan of the Lord. That is what is a pure devotee means, isn't it? Pure devotee means, I don't have separate desires from the Lord. Anya abhilashita sunyam, jnana karmadi anarvitam, anukulyanya, Krishna anusilanam, bhaktir uttama. The pure devotional service means not having separate desires from Krishna, in line with Krishna's desire. Like Hanuman. Hanuman desire is not different from Rama. All the pure devotees of Krishna is not different from Krishna. What Krishna wants, his message is to be, yeah, I will act as an instrument. That is a high level. And Krishna will do anything for the devotees. In the Kurukshetra Mar, he said, I will not fight. Then he saw that Arjuna is being, tormented in one sense by, Bhishma. Therefore he said, yes, I will fight now. So the Lord is very tricky with his devotees. Okay, Prabhu?
Thank you.
I'm trying to answer because your questions are really very powerful questions. I've been hearing also. I used to wonder, if Prabhu asked this question, I don't know how I'm going to answer. But anyway, I've answered it. I don't.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. All good? Okay, we'll stop here. Gantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki
Jai.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Nithai Gaura Premanandi.
Haribo.
Vandeham Shri Guru Chita Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangsha Shri Rupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathantam Tvam Sajivam Shadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitanscha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya 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 Gopal Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya. जय जय गोपाल रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय रमन हरि गोविंद दशमति नंदन ब्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन कान्हा यमति नंदन ब्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन कान्हा दशमति नंदन ब्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन कान्हा गोपी परान धन मदन मनहर कालिय दमन विधान गोपी परान धन मदन मनहर कालिय दमन विधान दशमति नंदन ब्रजवर नागर दशमति नंदन ब्रजवर नागर